Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and the brand new release Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart. And both books are from Llewellyn and available online wherever books are sold. And today it's time for this week's Oracle. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and ask yourself which animal's calling to you, because that animal has your message. And our 3 animals were the tiger, the tortoise, and the condor. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal is calling to you, because that animal has your message. For those of you who picked the tiger, the card says you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. And Tiger is telling you to take action on something. There might be something important in front of you that you need to achieve, and the only way to do that is to step up to the plate and not to be held back by anything that's going on internally, even if it's an internal chatter or something that really undermines your authority. It's time to really assert yourself when we see the tiger. First card for Tiger is where it's best to place your focus this next week, and we actually get the Three of Swords. And this card is saying that there is something heavy emotionally that might be affecting your situation at this time. You might also want to exert some sort of control or leadership over your life, but there's some sort of emotion that's been going on in the background of your consciousness that you've been avoiding. And so Tiger could say, it's time to stop, it's time to breathe, it's time to look within, and it's time to identify that thing that's been causing you pain and to address it. Sometimes the Three of Swords teaches us that the only way through the difficult pain is to actually feel it so it loosens its grip on us. And so I feel as well, part of what might make you a good leader is your ability to relate to other people, their challenges, their struggles. And by going through your own pain, your own challenges, you might start to really exemplify the best about you. And it might be something other people can identify in themselves as well, making you much more relatable. I just feel with the Three of Swords that there's something emotionally that you're wanting to go into, to resolve, that might have been blocking you up until this point. Second card is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. And there he is, the King of Cups. The King of Cups remains anchored amidst the stormy seas. The King of Cups teaches us that our feelings are fuel. They're totally going to get us to where we want to go if they can be channeled constructively. And if we have an unresolved trauma or pain or difficulty from the past, it can really hijack our ability to go toward our greater good. And so I feel like this is a time to get action, to take control of what's going on emotionally for you. And to do that, you have to feel it. You have to let it in. You have to acknowledge those emotions. That's what's really going to lead to the breakthrough for you if you pick Tiger. Also, the King of Cups is also a leader. He's a king, but he exercises his leadership through compassion. So again, that relatability component is here. Instead of appearing invincible in front of other people, it might be a time where you're more relatable, more vulnerable. And then the mythic archetype that's also going to be helping you this next week is actually Aries. He's the god of war, but he's also associated with Mars in astrology, the god or the planet of action. And so I feel like there's some initiative that needs to be taken here in order to claim leadership over your own life. Also, Aries can govern anger. So if there's something that has hurt you before and it's causing you to feel anger, it might be a time to express the hurt, acknowledge that hurt in yourself so that the rage starts to dissipate. Sometimes also Aries could say it's time to find a healthy outlet for your anger, maybe exercise, working out, putting your anger into some sort of creative project or into something musical or anything that's expressive on an emotional level. I think that this is going to be a week for Tiger where they really want to express their feelings, but in a way that's constructive and not destructive. Next, we're going to go into the tortoise animal spirit. And this card says, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. And tortoise is associated with Mother Earth. It's an animal archetype of realities, getting grounded, getting back to the basics. And also, it's an animal archetype of finding stability. And so I feel as well with tortoise, the tortoise moves very slowly. So it might be a time to slow down in your own life right now. Maybe slow down your breathing, slow down your movements, slow down your speaking so that you're coming across in a more competent and calm way. Tortoise could also just say, take it slow, take it easy this next week. First card for Tortoise is where it's best to place your focus, and we got the Eight of Cups reversed. And when the Eight of Cups comes up reversed, it reminds us that all that glitters is not necessarily gold. Sometimes something might have the artifice of looking meaningful, special. It might even feel like that's what we really want. But with the Eight of Cups upright or reversed, it asks us to get back in touch with what's most authentic, what's real here. And I feel like there's just a need to slow down this next week with the tortoise and also acknowledge what feelings are real and also what isn't constructive, what isn't built on something that's based in your reality. It might also be a time to get real with yourself in a compassionate way. But it just looks like whatever you've been really gearing up towards or putting on a pedestal as the thing, it almost feels like, no, it's time to strip that back and to go into the real motivations behind what is propelling you forward. Next, we got advice from your inner wisdom, and we got the Emperor card. And the Emperor is also an archetype of leadership. He's also a card of action, movement, taking the initiative. And so it's a similar message actually with the first animal and the second here. Both are really asking you to confront your authentic feelings and also to take action on them. It might also be a time where both animal archetypes really need to exert some leadership over their life. The Emperor also governs self discipline. So instead of just letting yourself go with no self control and just kind of going on automatic, the Emperor is telling you to be very mindful, especially about building a firm foundation for success. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick the tortoise is another earth goddess, Demeter. She could say that rest assured, things are abundant, they're stable, but first you have to see to your own foundation. You also have to see to your own expectations and what you're hoping to get out of all this and really get back in alignment with your true purpose. And if you do, a grand harvest is going to await you. And then finally, we're going to go into the Condor spirit. And this card says, you're too enmeshed in this situation. So step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. And Condor circles above in the air before it decides to alight. And so I feel like this could be a time when you're also circling over your own life and really evaluating, is this what I need to do? Or is this the time to do it? I think divine timing is going to be so important for Condor this next week. First card for Condor is where it's best to place your focus. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. And if we look this card up in a tarot book or online, a lot of times it says a new job, a new opportunity, a financial windfall. And with Condor circling around the Ace of Pentacles, I almost feel like it might be a time where you're circling around your potential new beginning and you're deciding, is this what I want to do yet? Is it the time to strike forward on this? With the Ace of Pentacles, you'll know when the right time is here. It will feel like there is wind in your sails. You'll also get some external confirmation that it's time to take that move. So I just feel like there's some opportunity here. Next, we're going to go into advice from your inner wisdom, and we actually get the Knight of Cups. So lovely cards for Condor. The Knight of Cups is the messenger of love, and he's also the expert at putting his feelings into words, communicating something. And if you're in the business or the work, or you're trying to do something where you're putting some emotions into words, the Knight of Cups can really help you with that. He's also the messenger of your bliss. So it might be a time to really follow your heart, follow your bliss, go toward that work or career or life purpose that really feels meaningful to you at this time. And then finally, we got the mythic archetype that's going to help you. And we have Dionysus, the god of the vine, but he's also the god of ecstasy and freedom. And I feel like this is going to be a week for Condor to circle over your life and ask yourself, what's been feeling stuck or trapped? And what do I need to set myself free with? Is it your job? Is it also something emotionally that you've been bottling up? Both the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are telling you to express those feelings. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a one-on-one session with me there. I also have signed copies of Fearless Tarot and Tarot in Love available there. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week and do take care.